Hello everyone, back with some more thrift store finds. Went to the bargain bins again this morning, and if you haven't checked them out yet, I've been uploading this week. I did my top 100 favorite video games of all time. It's going to be a 4-part series. Parts 1, 2, and 3 are out. 3 just came out, so I hope you enjoy that if you are interested in video games. Getting into the stuff from this morning, some really good VHS, starting off with some Nickelodeon, one of my favorite things in the world growing up in the 90s. We have Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghostly Tales. I miss the days. I wish I had, back in the day, grabbed like every one of these Nick tapes, because so many of them have become rare over time. Then we have the SNCC Volume 1, which is a really good release that has some Clarissa Explains It All, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Roundhouse, and The Ren and Stimpy Show. I have this one in my own collection, so it's a good one. Ultimate Goosebumps, Werewolf Skin, Parts 1 and 2. Amityville Horror, some good stuff for this time of year as we are now getting into the Halloween season. This is a pretty cool, the restored collector's edition with this interesting lenticular cover, which shows up well on camera, of Halloween, one of my favorites. One volume of Buffy with Angel and the Puppet Show, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Adventures in Babysitting, The Devil's Rejects, Spice World, Night of the Living Dead, Dee Snider's Strangeland, Let the Ritual Begin, which was definitely a rental display copy. This Diddy Kong Racing, I've seen this a bunch of times, this promotional tape from the N64 era, Diddy Kong Racing. Some Abbott and Costello, Meet the Killer, and Meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as well as Meet Frankenstein, an older MCA release, not part of this. I've seen this one all the time, this version, the Universal Studios Comedy Legends set of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, but the cover I don't see quite as frequently. Then getting into the DVDs, again, starting off with Stack 1 is a bunch more horror and Halloween related stuff, which was good as we are heading into October. But Haunted 8 Hollows, so it's Haunted Hollows 8 film collection, a 16 horror movie collection, the Stephen King's It, the miniseries, the Blood Trail collection, 5 movie set, the 2-disc edition of the Rob Zombie Halloween, Stephen King's Silver Bullet, Prom Night, Tom and Jerry Trick or Treats, Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein, American Horror Story, the complete first season, Ghost Ship, one of my wife's favorites, the Amityville Horror, Get Out, the Midnight Horror Collection, a collection of 4 movies. This is a pretty cool Jamie Lee Curtis Queens of Scream collection. It's a 5-movie set, which includes Prom Night, the original one, not that other one that was the remake, the original Jamie Lee Curtis one, Prom Night 2, so the Sorority Sister Slaughter, and Vehemence. So an interesting mix of horror stuff, and this is a 20-film horror collection on 20 movies on 4 discs, over 29 hours of gut-wrenching horror, it says. So a lot of horror stuff, and then a very different vibe. Found a bunch of kids stuff, including a nice collection of Veggie Tales. So this was definitely a good grab to make a good instant lot of some Veggie Tales. Veggie Tales I find more frequently on VHS for some reason, not as many of the DVDs. So it's good to find a bunch at once. And then moving into more kind of kid stuff, we have Room on the Broom, some Paw Patrol, TMNT, not my TMNT, the Nickelodeon era, Mutagen Mayhem, the Disney Junior Mickey Hot Diggity Dog Tales, Cat in the Hat, Trick or Treat, so it's another Halloween type stuff, Berenstain Bears, some more of the Nickelodeon, TMNT, The Gruffalo's Child, Space Jam, some more Berenstain Bears, a 26-story collection, and more of that Nick Enter the Shredder, TMNT, Cat in the Hat, knows a lot about space. I actually saw these while babysitting before that exact one, and the Paw Patrol Halloween Heroes. So thankfully a lot of appropriate stuff for the season randomly at the bins today. That was really good. One random Blu-ray with the Kingsman Secret Service, and a bunch of more movies. We have The Breakup, Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe. Almost that season as well. Fantasy belly dance instructional series Desire. Some of the Andy Williams show. We have 2 volumes. We have the best of and my favorite duets. So those will go well together. The Wonder Years, Season 1, 51st Dates, Road of No Return, 10-movie set with Michael Madison and David Carradine. The 2-film collection of the Fantastic Beasts movies. Christmas Cookies, that seems to be what he's trying to grab. A Tom and Jerry 3-movie collection, Tom and Jerry the Movie, Blast Off to Mars, I don't know what that one, I always see with the purple DVD case, Blast Off to Mars, and The Fast and the Fury, as well as A Country Wedding, Common Outlaws, Barbie, Changing Lanes, Fifth Element, a silver screen romance collection. One I actually want to watch a few of these and see if this is one for me or not. An 8-movie collection, because we have The Solid Gold Cadillac, We Were Strangers, Angels Over Broadway, Music in My Heart, The Marrying Kind, It Should Happen to You, Adam Had 4 Sons, and Down to Earth, Rita Hayworth. I have that one on Laserdisc, so there's a couple of these, I think out of the 8, there's like 4 I've never seen, so might as well give it a shot and see if it's for me or the store. I always like when that happens, something to add to the watch list. And then we have The Munsters, Scary Little Christmas. We have The Forgotten, which is a 3-book set of The Hunter, The Chase, and The Kill. It's always nice you can find these big kind of omnibus things. And then haven't seen these in a while, the Karen and PC Cast books. A nice little set of them. I have to pull some stickers off the spines here, but nice when we find enough for a decent little collection of those. And then we have from the Vampire Academy, Frostbite, as well as Shadow Kiss. And another collection, we have the Spirit Walk, Walk of the Spirits, and Shadow Mirror omnibus. Until the End, Some Parties Are to Die For, which is Christopher Pike. This is another one that's a collection, a Christopher Pike collection. Christopher Pike, I always remember those old like late 80s, early 90s releases of his. Greg Bear, Dinosaur Summer, Tales of the Greek Heroes, Tarzan the Magnificent, and Edgar Rice Burroughs, number 21 for Tarzan. Some more Star Wars kids books, The Last Jedi. A decent illustrated edition of Aesop's Fables. This is actually pretty nice, and some of the artwork is pretty cool in here, so that was one that was an interesting find. A few more little golden books. I always like when I can just grab a few good ones back then, especially like an older Little Mermaid and Lady and the Tramp, so nice to find a few more of those. And the last thing is a Berenstain Bears 5 books in 1 hardcover. We have Caring and Sharing Treasury, so that's really cool to find that as well. And yeah, overall a pretty decent morning. I was happy especially to find randomly right before it hit October some Halloween horror related stuff. It's just excellent timing, it's great, and some Nickelodeon tapes. So overall a fun trip. And again, if you like video games, check out that series that's ongoing. The last part featuring my top 10 games of all time will be coming out tomorrow, so take the time now and check out those first 3 volumes. I hope you enjoy it, and I'd love to hear in the comments, great comments already on those. I'd love to hear what you think of some of those games, what are some of your favorites, and if there's something that didn't make my list, you know, what is out there that you love that you would suggest. Maybe I played it, maybe it just didn't make my top 100, but you never know. I always would love to hear some suggestions of some stuff that's related to things that I like. Anyway, have a great day, and thank you for joining me again.